Niklsun here, and welcome to Coming Soon Movie News with Niklsun. I'm your host, and on this show, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we'll be going over all of the day's movie news, as well as going over what it means for the production in general, such as casting decisions, trailer announcements, director announcements, things like that. So, without any further ado, let's get started with today's Hot Topics. We now have our first look at the upcoming Adam Sandler-fronted action comedy, Pixels. Now, this has been the first Adam Sandler movie in a long time, for the longest time that I can remember, where I'm actually looking forward to an Adam Sandler film. Now, one of the main reasons is because Chris Columbus is directing this film. It is not from his usual cohorts that, you got like Grown Ups 2, you got Blended, you've got Jack and Jill, all these movies that he's had come out over the past several years, which look to just be him hanging out with his friends, getting paid to go on vacations, getting paid millions upon millions of dollars. So this is a nice change of pace for Adam Sandler, but the one thing I gotta tell you is I was a little underwhelmed by the trailer. And now, there's a couple of things that to me struck the wrong chord. One of the main ones was Kevin James. I did not want to see Kevin James in this film playing the type of character that he's playing, because I mean, again, we still haven't really seen all that much from him, but in the same regard, I don't know a world where Kevin James could believably play somebody who is somebody who is the United States president. So I know that we're supposed to, stretch our imagination and, what's the term? I'm even forgetting the damn term. I'll probably think of it in a minute, but suspension of disbelief, that's it. I know we're supposed to have a suspension of disbelief, but this is, to me, it's just a little too far, because it harkens to the regular Adam Sandler comedies that we've been getting over the past several years. So, and that's not what I want. But for those of you who don't know what this movie's about, this is the general storyline. When intergalactic aliens misinterpret video feeds of classic arcade games as their declaration of war against them, they attack the Earth, using the games as models for their various assaults. President Will Cooper, Kevin James, has to call on his childhood best friend, 1980s video game champion Sam Brenner, who's played by Adam Sandler, now who is a home video installer, to lead a team of old-school arcaders, played by Peter Dinklage and Josh Gad, to defeat the aliens and save the planet. Now, the trailer does show us a couple of sequences from the film that look really cool, especially the pac-man scene. That is the mainstay of the trailer. You get to see a few good shots of Pac-Man. I really did like the way that the Pac-Man eating the fire truck sequence looked. Like, that looked really cool. It was a really great angle, shot really well. The special effects, even though they're 8-bit characters, they do look actually really cool. So there's a lot going for it. I really do like it. This is, again, just a teaser, although with the film only coming out in about 4 months, I'm surprised that we only got this trailer, because when you look at it, the trailer's just over 2 minutes, but the first minute or so, or 45 seconds to a minute, is not really footage from the movie. I mean, it's shots of space and stuff like that, and then you get a couple of quick cuts and then a few little bits of action. The other part of the trailer that didn't work for me was the ending, with the creator of Pac-Man going out and say, "He's my son," and going out and reasoning with him. It's like, okay, again, I understand suspension of disbelief. I think this trailer just proves that this movie is being marketed more towards really young kids, which I think they have to kind of find that line with this movie. You're dealing with 8-bit characters. You're dealing with 80s arcade games. Don't you think you should market the movie a little bit towards people who would remember playing those games? I don't know. That's just the opinion that I had when I first heard about this film, when I saw the short. This looked like it was going to be a really cool, and then getting somebody like Adam Sandler on board, Chris Columbus directing. Well, Chris Columbus kind of proved that it was going to be a little bit more geared towards kids. But I don't know. I got the sense that this movie was going to be both geared towards adults and kids. It might still end up being that way. Maybe this trailer is just focusing on getting the kids involved. I really don't know. But to me, it struck the wrong chord. I got a little bit too... what's the term again? Again, I felt like it was just geared towards a younger audience than I feel that it should have been. I think the humor should have been a little bit more young adult. Well, not young adult. I don't want to use that term, but teenager, early 20s. Like, that's where it should have been marketed towards. And I feel like it was marketed towards kids between the ages of like 8 and 14. So that's just me. But The one thing that we haven't really got a good taste of yet in the trailer, we only got a small snippet, is Peter Dinklage. And I think Peter Dinklage is going to steal this movie. Because look at him. He's got a mullet, all right? He's got the world's craziest mullet. He looks like he's having so much fun in the movie. When he's, oh yeah, like the getting the Macho Man Randy Savage going. I think this is going to be. I actually do think this movie is actually going to be pretty good. I think it's going to be really entertaining. Well, good's not the right word. Entertaining. I think it's going to be entertaining. I don't think it's going to be very good. But yeah, I mean, you know what? The trailer, I watched it a couple of times, and the more and more I watched it, the more and more I got on board with it. I love the look of the action scenes, like I said before. I'm just a little worried the humor is going to be more skewed to younger viewers than it is to people who would actually understand and get some of the references, like it's only a barrel, how much can it actually hurt, and having to throw and blow up right next to them. And so I'm interested in it. I want to see where they're going to take it, because I have a feeling that the Pac-Man sequence is going to be one of the first villains that they have to go and fight. I think the Space Invaders are going to be the big bad. I think that big ship you see is going to be what they actually have to go and attack at the end. But still, I mean, there's still so many questions left to be answered, which is surprising coming from an Adam Sandler comedy. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Did this trailer actually get you excited for the film? Because to me, I've always been excited for this film ever since I heard about it. This trailer actually didn't really do it for me, but I did like what we saw. I don't know if that really makes a lot of sense. I just wish we had got a little bit more, because I feel that the movie opens up in 4 months. So we're in that window where we should be getting a new trailer, but we should have already got a trailer. I don't know. I mean, I feel that we should usually have our final trailer for the film between 2 and 3 months out. Our first teaser should be between 5 and 6 months out. And that really allows them to have a staggered release of their marketing, because you can release the first teaser. You could release this trailer 2 months ago, and then in a couple of weeks or a month, we get the second trailer, the full trailer for the movie. And then it comes out in July. So that means that, sometime at the end of May or beginning of June, we will get like a 1-minute action trailer. So it just really gets everybody jazzed. I don't know. Maybe this strategy will work as well. Maybe we'll get another trailer for this. We'll get the full trailer for this sometime in May. And then the movie's going to be opening up in July. So, I mean, their release schedule might work. Maybe they have a smaller marketing budget for this film, which, I mean, I believe this is a Sony Pictures film. I don't know why they would have a smaller marketing budget. Sony needs a lot of help right now. So getting a movie out there, getting people aware of a really cool concept, an original concept, I think that bodes well for them. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought about the trailer in the comment section below. Are you excited for the movie? Do you not really think this is going to be the hit that Sony's hoping for it to be? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But all I can say about this is Peter Dinklage wearing a mullet has already bought me my ticket. So that, to me, was the one thing that I needed to get in. When I saw that first picture of him walking with that giant gun, I don't know. I thought that was great. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And if we do get more information about this topic, I will definitely update you guys on here. We have a few updates on Disney's upcoming live action rendition, I should say, of their upcoming Beauty and the Beast adaptation. Now, first off, this cast is incredible. I mean, the people that they keep getting for this movie. First off, let's just recap who they already have. We have Emma Watson, Hermione from Harry Potter, playing Belle. That is almost pitch perfect casting. Then you have Luke Evans playing Gaston. Now, Luke Evans can both portray charming as well as smarmy and sleazy. And he's also a fairly decent looking guy. So add all of those into the mixture, you've got a great lead, or a great character actor to play this character. Then you have Dan Stevens portraying the Beast, which I've been championing him for a while. When it was first announced that Emma Watson was going to play Belle, I said that Dan Stevens 100% should be the one to play the Beast. It was either going to be him or Jared Padalecki in my mind. Those were the two who I felt that could have best portrayed that character, and Dan Stevens went out and he got the role. And then we have Josh Gad playing LeFou, I believe is his name. He is the cohort of Gaston. And now, Josh Gad right now is blowing up. I mean, I didn't really care for his character in the Pixels trailer, although we only got a small little tiny glimpse of him in that trailer. But he's been knocking it out of the park with a lot of the projects that he's been working on. So I'm excited to see what he does to the role. But now we have Emma Thompson joining the cast as Mrs. Potts. Now, if you're going to get somebody to top line Angela Lansbury, Emma Thompson is one of the only people out there that could do it with a British accent. I mean, you could get Meryl Streep in there to apply a British accent, because she can easily do it. But Emma Thompson has such a classiness to her voice and elegance to her voice that really does elevate that character and really does embody the character of Mrs. Potts. So I think that that's just great casting. And anybody out there who watches AMC Movie Talk yesterday, when they talked about it, they showcased how how is she going to play a pot? You know, like, how are they going to do that? How's she going to play a pot? You know, and so, I mean, obviously she's going to be a CG pot. She's going to voice it. So I think that that's a really great addition to the cast. But even on top of that, Kevin Kline joining the cast as Belle's father. Now, say what you will about Kevin Kline with some of his roles recently. Kevin Kline is a phenomenal actor. I mean, I remember growing up and in the early to mid 90s, he was a staple for a lot of the films that I watched. I mean, one of the ones that I keep going back to was in, what was it? In and Out? Was it In and Out? The one with him and Tom Selleck, where he finds out that he's been gay his entire life. I thought that movie was really funny. You know, I mean, what was it? The Emperor's New Clothes he was in. Life is a House. Say what you will about that movie. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the timing that I saw that film, but that movie really struck a chord with me. That was, again, it must have just been the time that I watched it and where I was in my life, but that to me is one of his best roles. I mean, the movie is just sad. I mean, anybody who hasn't seen it, I'm not going to spoil the movie, but it's a really endearing film. It's a father-son film, and it's just a great movie. I definitely recommend for you guys out there who have not seen it to check it out. It's called Life is a House, and it's Kevin Kline, Hayden Christensen's in it, Mary Steenburgen's in it, there's lots of, it's a great cast. It's just a great cast. I definitely recommend if anybody out there hasn't seen it to watch it. But adding both of those people to the cast, this already existing cast is incredible. On top of this cast, we have the confirmation that Alan Menken will return to do the music for this movie. So they did confirm that we are getting the songs from the original movie. Plus, we're getting new music because joining Alan Menken will be Sir Tim Rice. Now, Tim Rice was the one who did the music for The Lion King. He did the music for Aladdin, which were Disney's follow-ups to Beauty and the Beast. And I don't think anybody out there will argue the fact that the music, even somebody like myself who does not like musicals, you will love the music in Aladdin and The Lion King because of how well it resonates with the story. That, on top of it, it's an animated film, so I can forgive it being a musical. I don't consider it a musical. I consider it an animated film with music. So I am very much on board with this. I'm interested to see what new songs they're going to do. I cannot wait to see what they do with the original songs that are already in there. And on top of that, we still have a couple of major characters that still need to be added to the cast. We have Clogsworth. We have, what's the Candlestick's name? I can't remember the Candlestick's name, but those two characters, I am really going to be interested to see who they get to play those guys, because those two are the comic relief staples of the movie. And on top of that, there's even Chip. I mean, we don't even know who Chip's going to be. Now, it's probably going to be some kid. It's probably not going to be a known actor or anything like that, but we're going to need somebody with a lot of charisma and a lot of comedic timing to play the character of Clogsworth in the Candlestick. So Lemire, I believe is his name. And I'm really excited to see this. But even on top of all of this stuff, we now have an official release date for the movie. The movie will be opening up on March 17th, 2017. Now, this to me screams, Cinderella did really well, so we're going to release it at the same time. Because, I mean, you look at Cinderella was released at this time. Oz the Great and Powerful was released at this time a few years ago. This time frame, and even the first Hunger Games was released in March of, I believe, 2012. Yes. Yeah, 2012. So, I mean, you have all of these films that have released in this time frame that have gone on to be rather successful. So, it's no mistake that they're going to try to release it around that time, capitalize on what is clearly becoming an event season time for films. I mean, I've always said that you look at, January and most of February is the dumping ground. March is when you start to see movies like bigger films that the studio either doesn't feel would survive in the summer season, but still have the same type of flavor or are more family-friendly films. Those will release in usually March. Now, April is starting to become more of a summer movie season, so we're starting to get a lot of the bigger films opening up in April. But it's still peppered in with other films that the studios are really confident in, but they know would probably not survive in the summer season. Then we get the summer season going from May until usually the middle of August. And then the ending of August and the first couple of weeks of September are when the studios will generally dump other films that they really don't have a lot of confidence in or anything of that sort, because the beginning of September is when the film festivals really start to kick into gear. I mean, we have Cannes in May and we have Sundance in January, but then you have Toronto International Film Festival, you have Telluride, you have... what are some of the other ones? I'm even drawing a blank on some of the other ones, but a lot of the film festivals will start up in September. So then you'll have to wait until the end of September, beginning of October to start seeing other film releases that the studios have a little bit more confidence in. Then you get the horror releases. Generally speaking, you get the horror releases in October. November is usually when you start seeing a lot more of the award season films start to open up. October sometimes is also the release schedule for films that will debut at TIFF and either already have been purchased or about to be purchased, and the studios will then release them usually a month later. Then you get the award season movies in November and December, and then the whole cycle restarts itself. So them releasing this movie in March is definitely a sign that they have something on their hands. I mean, I think that was already a given when you consider the cast that they already have, the fact that they've got the composer from the original film, the animated film, to come back and rescore this movie and update the songs, and then also add some new songs into it. So, I mean, I never thought that I would say this, but I am really looking forward to Beauty and the Beast. I never thought that I would say that, because I mean, I liked the original film. The animated film came out when I was like 4 or 5, so that still holds a special place in my heart. But to me, I was a kid when I enjoyed that, and even going back and watching, I can see what's really good about it, but it doesn't really strike me. It's not really geared towards me. But I'm really excited for this movie. I don't know. Like, this is just becoming such a wonderful mix of talent that you cannot dismiss it. You can't. So I'm really excited for this movie. What do you guys think about this film? Are you excited as I am? Do you not really care? Is this not just in your wheelhouse, or whatever the case may be? Let me know in the comment section below. The movie's going to be opening up on March 17th, 2017. When we do get more information about this topic, I will definitely update you guys on here. Well, that'll about do it for this episode of Coming Soon Movie News with Niklsun. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have been a great audience. Go ahead and click that subscribe button there in the bottom corner. You get updates whenever a new video is posted. You can also follow me on Twitter at Niklsun, Niklsun, for all of your movie updates. And also give our Facebook page a like at facebook.com/movie news with Niklsun. If you ever have a topic or question you'd like to have talked about on the show, go ahead and put a comment in the comment section, or you can email me at movienewswithniklsun@gmail.com. And every Friday episode, I'll try to get to as many as I can. But until next time, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.